여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자
And down.
Stop. Place. 2. Run.
Living the life of your dreams is the most amazing adventure. Your wildest dreams come true. With courage and determination. When you commit to your dreams, the world comes alive. You see opportunity everywhere. You discover your power to make a difference. Your most fantastic visions become your brilliant reality. You know in your heart, you can conquer the world. You've come from around the globe. On your journey, part of something big, something truly significant. Nerium's first ever global conference. Prepare to make history. Today, true dreamers accept no boundaries.
Las Vegas. Before I do my opening comments, I want to Bo Short, the new president of financial operations and everything. I want him to just share a few things. He has a great insight, especially to new people, but actually to all of us, including myself, is what you do at a conference, okay? Why we're here, right, Bo? He's been around, done a few of these. I want him to just come in for a few minutes before I get started. So, Bo, it's yours. Take it.
Thank you. You baby. You baby. Thank you. Listen. Let me just say to you, for you, number one, congratulations for making this journey. Congratulations for the decision that you made to be here. One of the things that I want to share with you is this. Do not miss your moment. Do not miss the moment that you're in. Everybody is here. When we look at the audience, the one thing that we're very mindful of is that everybody is on a different journey. Everybody has different needs. Everybody's going through something. Every person in this room. I want you to know, in this room, no matter if you're sitting in the front of the room or the very back, you're not a number. You have a BP number, but you ain't a number here. You are the single most important person in this room. I want you to take notes. I want you to listen to every word that's said. Some of the things that you're going to hear are going to make nothing but perfect sense. Some of the things you're going to hear may make no sense at all. 3 months from now, they'll make perfectly good sense. A year from now, they'll make perfectly good sense. But the most important thing to know is this. If time, security, freedom, or money can solve a problem that you have in your life, you're living in your solution. If being around like-minded people to encourage you and lift you and be a part of your life in a positive way, in a positive force, you're living in your solution. And I just want you to know from all of us, to you, we believe in you. Moliere said all men are alike in their dreams. And all men are alike in the promises they make. What makes them different is what they do. So remember, you're here to do. You're here to do. You're here not to be a spectator, but you're here to be in the game and to give your heart, throw your heart over the bar and step over the line. Benjamin Disraeli said, the secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his time when it comes. For a man or a woman to be ready. And the whole purpose of this week is to prepare you for your moment. And we believe with all our soul that we are living in the moment. You are here. We have the greatest visionary on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Olson.
It's fun. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to Vegas. Love you guys. That was actually spontaneous. We're backstage. I said, we go out there, Bo, can you just kind of give him your rah-rah thing? He says, sure. I mean, that was like 1 minute notice. He's good. Actually, I tell people this. When I was interviewing him, I said, are you very good at edifying? He said, oh, I'm real good. I go, you're hired. So, he makes me feel good all the time, just like he does himself. But welcome to Get Real 2018 here in hot Vegas. And I really enjoyed the march, all the different people, the different nations coming in. I really did. It was kind of emotional for me because a lot of these people I've hung out with in all different parts of the world and taken pictures with them, gone out to eat with them, and kind of know them, although I don't know them, completely, but know them for what they stand for, what they are. So it's neat to have that. Here we are in Vegas. There's an old saying in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Vegas and Miriam leaves Vegas and goes around the world, okay? We're not here for a secret. We're here to take it back around the world. So I love doing that march. I've been saying this over and over, and you're going to see this at this event. And we had a leadership event yesterday with the leaders of the company. And which to me was the best leadership event we've ever had, ever in the history of the company. And I think they'll all agree because they kind of got insights to what's going to happen this weekend. But we've been saying we're going to look back at one company, which was a great company. It was a historical company. But we're looking forward to another company. And Steve Lee was on the stage yesterday and he said legacy. And it's the exact same words that I was going to use. Looking forward to a legacy company. A company that's going to leverage what we have been, leverage who we are, but more importantly, become a greater company. And, a company, I always say this, is no different than you as a human being. It's just a collective group of human beings that comes together to try and achieve something synergistically together. But we're really a living breathing organism is what we are. And we go through our ups and downs, and we go through the things that we learn, we go through the things that make us, okay, define us. And it's no different in a team. I mean, I think about, the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry for you people out there that are from other countries who just won the Super Bowl. And they've been a great team for a long time, done some great things, but it took some magical things to happen after all these decades, and all of a sudden they won the Super Bowl. And that's no different than a company. You can have a lot of things you go through, a lot of things to become what you are, defines what you are, but then it sets you up to win the Super Bowl. And I think that's exactly where we're at. I really do think coming out of this conference, unlike any conference we've ever had, and we've had some neat ones, we've had some great ones, okay? But unlike any of those, we're gonna leave here going in a direction together where I believe our success has been so much greater than anything we've done in our past. And I shared a statement with the leaders yesterday, and I'm gonna share it with all of you today, because for me, it's kind of just how I feel about who we are, but more importantly, where we're going. And it's a very simple statement, and I came up with it yesterday just thinking about you, thinking about Miriam, thinking about the home office staff, and thinking about believing who we are more than I've ever believed in the history of this company. What I mean by that, you're gonna hear from the home office staff this weekend, and our home office staff is evolved, just like you're evolving, just like the organization's evolving. It evolved to a place that is so much better than we've ever had it, and you're gonna see that in the deliverables this weekend. You're gonna see that in the things that are gonna give to you to take back and build your business. Exact same thing in the field. I felt better with the home office, with the field yesterday, with the leadership yesterday than I've ever felt. And we had an event we got together last night, and I've never felt that kind of bonding, that kind of energy. So there's something magical going on here in this company right now. And so I think our future is so much greater. I always talk about this because I think it's the most important thing that happens at anything you ever do, regardless if you're doing a sit down with somebody, you're at a real results party, you're doing a market party, you're at a regional, you're at an event like this. There's certain things that need to be happening, and that's what's going to be happening for you new people here especially. I just got through this morning meeting at 10:30 with all these people who qualified as new brand partners. And I shared with them that several years ago, I came up with a term called, and it's not a term, it's in our comp plan, there's a term that we created, it's called baby brand partners. What I meant by that is, when you're new, it's no different than being a new baby in life, just like you saw Amber, her beautiful baby, got ready to come. I guess you're so excited. Okay, but what do you do with a baby? You don't tell a baby, go get them, do you? You nurture a baby, you love a baby, you give it boundaries, you educate them, you're there to protect them, you're there to encourage them, you're there to help them become successful. But guess what? You don't get to stay a baby forever, right? You have to move on to the next level. So what happens here at these events is what we will always be as a company. We will only be as great as we are at taking new people, baby brand partners, and moving them along in the business. Bring them in, keep them in, and move them along. And we'll only be a great company if we recognize where they're at. What I mean by that, these are people that have a job, they have a family probably, they have other endeavors in their life, they got challenges, as like Bo said, they have things going on in their life that you probably don't even know about, that they're afraid of. And here's somebody who saw Miriam. And I've always said, when somebody makes a decision like Miriam, usually what happens is they have that day of disgust. And it might not happen the day you met them, but something in their life they don't like, and that leads eventually to the day of decision, where they decide to do something about it. Then they make a decision to get involved with Miriam. They're a baby brand partner. They're in your organization. And what I always want from these people is that their experience with Miriam will be worth the time and effort they put in. Because the thing that pains me the most is when I see somebody make that decision, and then for whatever reason down the road, they give up on that decision. Because I believe when that happens to somebody, they don't go back to that day of decision after discuss. They go back to a place that's worse. They lose belief in themselves, okay? So when you involve some of this business, you got something much bigger than just yourself and this opportunity to build your business. You got somebody's life in your hands. And this is a big thing. What I want us to be able, and this has always been important to me, that's why you see us talk about culture. You see us talk about all the things we do. You see us why we started the 3 words, make people better. As I've always wanted, when somebody's involved, they might not do great with the products at first. They might not do great with the opportunity. They'll have their journey. Everybody's journey is different. But I want them to know that down the road, that when they look back, they'll say, you know what, it was worth my time and effort. I bet that I have become a better version of myself. And more importantly, I've helped other people become a better version of themselves. And so what happens at these events, but more importantly, when you're out there with people all the time, that is your goal. And here's what needs to happen. And I said, this is going to happen big at this event. I don't care, the people up front, they have, they're here because they have one thing that Napoleon Hill says you have to have. After he studied the 500 most successful people, he took 20 years of his life doing it, and he broke it down to the 13 things that they have in common. He said the number one thing you have to have, if you don't have number one, the other 12 don't matter. He said it's desire. And he got burning desire. And what they have is desire. But I guarantee you what, they're going to leave here with a stronger desire than when they showed up. That's the exact same thing for your brand new people here. You're going to leave here. That's what this is all about. There's something that happens when a group of people come together like this, where your synergy, your energy, how you work off of each other. What happens here can't happen out there by itself. You can't walk into Walmart and say, I want to buy some desire, okay? It only happens in this kind of environment. You're going to leave here with a stronger desire. One of the greatest gifts that you can give anybody is desire. The second thing, and I think this is going to really happen big this weekend, is you're going to leave here with the second thing that Napoleon Hill talked about, and that's faith, belief. You got to believe what you're doing can achieve what you desire. There can't be a disconnect between the two. There's got to be congruency between the two. And I always believe when you're with people, whether it's a sit down, a real results party, a meeting of any type, or this kind of event, or the meetings you're going to be having while you interact here, desire and faith are the two biggest gifts you give somebody. Without desire and faith, all the other things we do won't matter, okay? So I want you to be thinking about that as you're interacting this weekend. The other thing, and this is going to happen better at this conference than any conference we've ever had, is you're going to leave here with a better understanding on how to do the business. The reason is we're going to give you better tools, we're going to give you better systems, and we're going to give you better training than we've ever done, because we have better leadership out here and better leadership back there. And that's what I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The last thing will happen, you'll leave out of here dreaming bigger. And you'll find yourself dreaming bigger here. And you'll leave here with bigger goals for your life. And what I'd suggest to all of you is I would say for right now, I'd break my goals down in two places. Number one, if I was here, I would go proclaim myself to everybody in my upline I meet. And if I was somebody with a big organization, I want to know from every person in the organization I talk to, what is the goal? What's your rank? What rank do you want to be? What position do you want to be at by the end of the year? 12/31/2018. That'd be goal number one. Then I would get that group, and then we're gonna announce our next conference, which will be in April, and we'll tell you all about it, and we'll tell you where it's gonna be. But that's gonna be a 4-month run coming out of that. So I would not waste this weekend, okay? Because I'd want to be taking inventory of my organization. And if I was new, I would want to be proclaiming myself to everybody in the organization that I'm in, that this is who I am and this is where I want to be by December 31st of this year. Believe me, you new people, they want to hear. Don't be nervous about it. There's nothing greater than somebody that you don't know, or somebody that's new in your organization, or somebody you barely know, coming up to you and saying, I want to talk to you about where I want to be. And that's a great thing here. So leave your bigger goals. And so the thing is going to happen here. You got a lot of information coming at you this weekend. And we've been talking about this a lot with everybody. Be here with purpose. Be here with intent. Be here and be in the moment of what's going on here. What I'd ask all of you is remember this. You're in a receiver position. I'm transmitting right now. You're receiving, okay? But you have got to be listening, knowing that you're going to go back and be a transmitter. Even you brand new people, you only get to be baby brand partner for so long. There's a group of baby brand partners right behind you. It's called your organization, okay? And so what you want to do is receive here, knowing that you're going to evolve as you start building your organization, and you become a leader. You're going to become a transmitter back to these people. So do not be here just as a receiver. Be here as a receiver knowing you're going to be a transmitter. And so what I've always said, what we do as leaders is we have things that we do. When you get involved in this business, you move. Every person moves from this side of the business where they're what I call learned knowledge. And then they move to what I call activity knowledge. The biggest gap in network marketing, the The biggest gap in any business, forget our industry, is moving from learned knowledge to activity. It's the same biggest gap coming out of college. Same gap coming out of the educational system. The biggest gap everywhere is from learned knowledge to move into activity knowledge. That's where fear exists. That's where leadership moves people, okay? So as leaders, what you do is, number one, you're receiving here to transmit, that's communicating. You gotta be listening to know that you're not just gonna be a communicator, you're gonna be an educator. When you're an educator, it means you listen differently, because you now know I'm not gonna just communicate this to people. And you do that through, high tech, through technology, but you also do that through meetings and calls. You're just not gonna communicate it, you're gonna educate it. When you're gonna educate it, you listen to it differently, because you now gotta be able to explain it. But then there's another level to being a leader, and that is to be able to train it. That's what these new people are here. What we want with you is we want to communicate to you. We want to educate you, and we want to train you. Training is letting you know how to do it. We know you're not going to be good at it first. Name one thing you've ever done in your life where you're good at it at first, okay? I've always said in this business, it takes about 90 days to figure out what you got into, about a year to get good at it, and 2 years to really be great at it, okay? But as you start that process, and so you got to train them, but then from there you got to move them to activity. And what that means is you got to motivate them, and that's what happens here. This is going to be the greatest motivator, taking people from the learn knowledge side to the activity side. So this is me thinking that way, understanding that we're here with intent. We're here with purpose. We're in the moment, okay? And we're going to take this information, because I can tell you that team back there is worked around the clock, and they're going to deliver the best we've ever delivered to you. And we're going to leave here, we're going to deliver the best we've ever as a company going out. And so for me, to you, what excites me is we started this company not quite 7 years ago. We started around 3 words: make people better. And we had these 10 core values that we're going to drive the company with, like servant leadership and things like that were important to us of who we're going to be. That's kind of the philosophy and the attitude of the company. And we put a word out there called real. And that's putting a bullseye on your back. We said, we are going to be real. We're going to be real science. And you're going to see real science this weekend. And we're going to have real results. And you're going to see real results. And we are real results, okay? We're going to create a real opportunity. Our opportunity is going to go from whatever level it's at today to a much significantly better opportunity than it's ever been. We're going to attract real people. If there's one thing you'll notice in this room, I don't think in the direct sales industry there's a room that attracts the quality of people they we attract. I guarantee you, if you went to a leadership meeting in any direct sales company, you would not have seen the quality people that I saw and stood with last night. We attract real people, and because of that, we're creating real lives. And so it's really neat to see in really a short period of time. We're in the top 20 of the DSA. Think about that. This industry, however you describe us getting there, but this industry is well over 100 years old. Thousands and tens of thousands of companies have come and gone, and we've done that in a short period of time. But we've done nothing yet compared to what we can do. But in that, what we've done, we're a company that is evolved into a world-class, first-class space, the space of anti-aging. We're a company that, in that space, we've evolved into 12 countries that represent about 65% of the footprint of this $180 billion industry. We're a company that's evolved into over 60% of the footprint of the products that are in the direct sales industry. We've evolved into a world-class company in our space with our products. We've also evolved with a world-class opportunity. We have a world-class field, and we've turned into a world-class culture. And that's one thing you're going to hear me talking a lot about this weekend is the culture of the company. Because I really believe the culture of the company is the DNA of the company. It attracts who you are, and thank God it repels who you're not, okay? And I'm gonna throw that one in. Okay, so this weekend, products, you're gonna be hearing about some great products. You're introducing 2 really cool products that I'm really excited about. We have some scientists representing that. We have the guys from Signum up here talking about the products we got, some products where we're going, okay? You're gonna be here about a product prospecting system that, in my opinion, is the biggest thing we're launching this weekend, okay? Because, and I want you to hear this, all of you, this thing is much bigger than a product prospecting system because of the branding of it, because of the look and feel, the hard side of it, and the digital side of it, because how it's put together, what it does, because of the systems attached to it, it's your #1 recruiting tool you got. Because that's what these people, these new people, that's the thing that's gonna motivate them. That's gonna be the easiest thing for them to go and show the people they know, this is what I do. And they see it, they see how world-class branded it is, the functionality of it, how it works. Everybody's gonna say, I can do that. The greatest gift you give to a new person is, I can do what you just did. So I think the product prospecting system is gonna explode our customer sales, which is the foundation of any great company. But I think it's going to become our greatest recruiting tool because what it tells a new person, hey, I can do what you're doing. You're going to hear about our edge. The edge is going to a whole new level. You're going to hear about the training and systems attached to that. Bo can't wait to get up here and talk about that. And he's going to talk about the training, and we're going training, we're going leadership. We're going to a much higher level. One thing I tell you is, it's been beautiful for me to watch in the last 5 months. The synergy of Amber and the marketing team and Bo and the sales team working together, and you're going to witness that. We've never had that like we have it right now. I mean, they talk about two minds create the third more powerful mind. They most certainly have done that. You're going to get to meet some of our executives. You're going to see the team that Deborah Hayes has put together, and she's just MVP. She's come along, and she's a real class, first-class person of high integrity, and she's put together a team that really can deliver for you. You're going to be hearing from them. We're going to hear from the people from international. You saw them come onto the stage. I thought it was pretty cool, okay? We'll be sharing more with you about international. We're going to actually talk about compliance. We actually have kind of a fun way we're going to do it, okay? We don't want to bore you to death about compliance. We're going to talk about events. We're going to announce our next trip. Our next trip, which is a place we've never been. Never been close to it, so it's not like we're going to go to Mexico. It's not Mexico. It's a place we've never been, country we've never been. Okay. Although I love Mexico, I could go there all day long, but it's a new country we're going to. Okay. Most certainly, we talk about Live Happy. We'll be talking about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, which is a big part of who we are and giving back. But the biggest thing we're here for is you. That's the main reason we're here. And the biggest thing about you is who you are when you touch each other, your associations. You're going to hear from leaders up here who are going to share with you from their heart, from their mind, what you can do to build your business. We're going to have panels up here of people who have gone through the journey you're going through to share with you their experiences. And it's just going to be, you're going to hear stories too. We've got people with incredible stories. That's probably one of my favorite part of the event is that people come up here and share their stories, what Nerim has meant to them, how it's something that's made a difference in their lives, okay? And then we're going to celebrate the whole thing on Saturday night at the white party. You brought your white outfit. And I'm looking for people who want to sing with me at the end, because that's getting old, but I'm looking for replacements, take my spot. But no, I'll be up there. Need to get a new song, right? No, I love that song. Just kidding. That song will never go away. Ever. Okay. But with that said, we got our way. We're going to go to something that's really, really, really important to us. Making people better is not about just making yourself better. It's about making people around you better. One of the greatest things you do is give back. And that's why we've done the things with Live Happy. And I can't wait to talk about that more later on and what we've done with IPN. But one of the biggest things we've done is Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We really are a company. It's made a difference. I mean, we won the President Award. We won the Community Achievement Award. Those are high levels awards. Jewel came on the stage of the national conference, played a song to Big Brothers Big Sisters, signed the guitar, and gave it to us, okay, the beat of guitar. Really a beautiful moment, but meaning she cared about us, okay? But we are significant to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And Big Brothers Big Sisters is significant to kids who are looking. I mean, these kids, every one of them, it takes $1,300, I think it is, for them to get indoctrinated, do the interviews and get them in there. These are kids who are looking for somebody to mentor them. Understand every child, especially these kids out there, has a mentor. And some have great mentors, like us as parents. But some of these kids in this world, their mentors are gangs, okay? They could be drug people. They're bad mentors. And what I think is amazing about Big Brothers Big Sisters, it's not just the kid that's raising his hand and saying help. The parent is raising their hand and saying help. The parent has to volunteer to put their child into that program. The parent's saying, I need help to raise my child. My child needs a mentor other than just me. And I think that says so much about that parent. I mean, so much about the love of who they are. And we are the company, more than any other company out there, that has given to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And so I just want you to take in what's about to come up. The person who really spearheads that for us is Renee Olson. And she gets to come up here with her little, Ryan. Now, her little is bigger than her big now, okay? You know, they flip side, okay? But we always love to share this. It's so important to us, and I want you to be thinking about it because this is part of us giving back. Welcome to the stage, Renee Olson, her little, Ryan, who's the big, for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Thank you. We can see you guys later. Thank you.
Welcome to all our international family that came over for Get Real. It made me so proud to see you guys across the stage and with your great smiles and your flags and your country songs. That was quite a wonderful experience. So thank you for that. As Jeff said, this beautiful young lady is my little, although she's not so little anymore. This is Ryan. Is her mic on?
Hey.
So, when we first got involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters, I felt like I couldn't stand up here and talk about what you should do if I wasn't doing it myself. So I would talk about how we should support Big Brothers Big Sisters financially, but also that you guys should become bigs. So in order for me to say that to you, I felt like I had to become one myself. I travel a lot, I'm not home a lot, I'm busy a lot, and I didn't know how it would pan out or what it would look like. But you know what? It just has a way of fitting in. I just did it and the time appeared, or I made the time, and it is moments of preciousness. I just can't even tell you. When I met Ryan, she was 9, and that was 6 years ago. At the first Get Real that she attended, she was glued to my side, and she really hardly even looked up when she came out on stage and spoke. She fell asleep at the white party with her head on a table. Last year, I could barely get the mic away from her. And she danced all night long, and I never saw her. She was on the stage dancing the whole time, danced the night away, and after all of you were gone, she was still on the stage. So she has grown, matured, changed, and I feel like not only is she a part of my immediate family, she's a part of my Miriam family, because many of you have watched her grow up. Yes, they love you. So I'm so happy that you get to be on this amazing adventure with us. So Ryan, why don't you talk about how being a little has changed the way you think?
Well, before I got her, I didn't really care about important things that could benefit me in the future. And now that I got her, she's inspired me to work harder and get the job done and be dedicated to whatever I'm doing and do the best I can so that I can come out with a successful outcome.
So public speaking is a big fear for a lot of people. And Ryan seems to have mastered it. So Ryan, tell me what you think about public speaking and what kind of advice would you give to people on public speaking?
Well, it is scary. I'm actually shaking right now. I'm trying to hide my legs just now. But yeah, it's very scary. You don't know, like, you always get worried thinking about what people are thinking about you, or if you might say the wrong thing or forget something. Yes, I've been through that. But I just think that my best advice I can give to you is to not worry about it, because you're on stage.
Somebody means a lot to me. But more importantly, I think she means a lot to you, because I know what she's doing means what you want is more close to you having it. And so Deborah and I, we go back a couple decades, and we both come from the same place. At one time, I built a TV network called the People's Network, and it was the biggest educational communication system about making people's lives better, about family, finance, health, relationships, and we're doing everything with Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Dennis Whaley, all those people. And we were the biggest personal development company at one time. The same time over here was Deborah Hayes was building Success Magazine, the biggest personal development magazine, and also Success from Home, the biggest personal development tool inside of the direct sales industry. And through that, we got to know each other very, very well. And then Live Happy came on the horizon, and she was available. She was looking for a job, but she couldn't resist going from where she was at to Live Happy, because we both had the same belief in what Live Happy could be. And she came on and started running Live Happy, building Live Happy, which turned out to be one of the biggest blessings for me and for you, because she was in the home office for a couple of years, and about halfway into that, I asked her to start going every Monday to the global steering committees. That's a meeting we have every single Monday. Could go for half a day, for a whole day sometimes, where it's the top management team. And she went in there and just sat in and listened. She was kind of like my ears when I wasn't around. And she was also there kind of representing Live Happy. But here's a person who has a lot of corporate experience, has a lot of experience in the direct sales industry, has probably been in the executive offices of well over 50, if not 100 executives in the direct sales industry because of the relationship or their success. Somebody who believes in personal development or make people better the way we do. But she was sitting in that meeting, and when it came time that we really needed to go a different direction with new leadership, there she was, okay? This perfect person, like a soulmate, like a sister to me, someone I trust and believe in, incredible intelligence, comes from the same fabric, believes in making people better, believes in culture, but also is a person that brings way more to the table than just that. Brings just an incredible ability to build a team. And that's what you're witnessing in the company. The reason you're seeing a different company, because there's a different team. The reason there's a different team, because there's a different leader in Deborah Hayes, and she's doing an extraordinary job, and I just want to come here and give her due. And she really is due a lot, okay? And she's making a big, big difference. And quite honestly, you're only seeing the tip of the iceberg of where she is, and more importantly, where she's going. But she's somebody who just stands for what we are as a company. She stands for our culture, she stands for our integrity, she stands for our character, she stands for our purpose, she stands for our meaning. She's just everything what this company stands for. So welcome to stage our co-CEO, and I love that. Let me pack up on it. You guys are better to get up, I know. But because you might go, co-CEO, where's this at? But I have a sign in my office, and it says, work on the company, not in the company. What that means is work on the future of the company, work on moving things to a different place than where they're at, and not in the company. And so kind of Deborah Hayes and I'm outside, work on the company, she's inside, work in the company. And that's why it's neat to have a co-CEO, because we could take both of our minds, okay, and that whole thing, two minds create the third more powerful mind, but we can move them in different directions. And I've just never ever had a person around me that I'm more confident in. And when I don't even worry about what's going on over there. And actually, I know she does a better job there than I can do, quite honestly. And but it frees me up to do something that I think that I can do very, very well, which is what I've always done, is put things together and put things together for you in the future. And we have a lot of things to work on. So with that, welcome to stage Deborah Hayes, co-CEO.
been having a lot of fun, and for the NMBs who were in Hakkasan last night, we've all been having a lot of fun already. A little different kind of fun day though. We got so many exciting announcements. We have so much coming your way. I'm thrilled you're here. And I'm thrilled to meet many of you, see you for the first time. How many first-time attendees do we have out here? All right, this is for you guys. Take notes, not necessarily for my talk, but take notes. You're gonna want them later. We got a lot going on for you this weekend, and we got a lot to talk about, but most importantly, you're here with the right people. You're in the right place. It's the right time to be here. Nereum's a young company. We're only 7 years old, almost 7 years old, not even quite 7 years old. And we are just poised right now for the biggest growth that you're going to see, I think, in our entire industry. We've spent the last 2 years getting ready for this conference. Not since the last conference, we started before then, because we have a future in mind, and we have a destination, and we're going to become the best company in our industry, the best company to be part of. We already are the best company in our industry, but we're going to get better. But more importantly, we're going to take it around the world. So this is our first global Get Real. We've had people from other markets attend Get Real before, but this is the first time that it's truly global. Who liked the March of the Flags this morning? For those of you who live in the United States, apologies. We wanted to start the event before it ended, so we didn't let you walk across the stage. But for everybody else, we're so glad you're here. We're welcoming you to the United States for this event. But this is really an event that celebrates everything we've got going on around the world. So, we're built for the future. Now, what do I mean by that? We've got the infrastructure in place to be a global company. Not just a global company, but a company that operates excellently on the ground in every market we're open in. We have a general manager, we have a brand center, we have shipping, we have receipt, we have customer service. But more importantly, we have leaders in every market. And that March of the Flags this morning was to show you that there are leaders around the world that are helping us share Nerium around the world. So since our last convention last July, we've actually added 4 new markets. We've opened Europe with Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Welcome, guys. And we opened Singapore. So, anybody who's from one of these markets, I want you to yell. I'm going to say them, all right? Canada, Korea, Mexico, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. Get it? Everybody yell. United States. Everybody not from the United States. That's awesome. I love you guys. So, let me tell you a little about where we are. We are the leading anti-aging company in the world. If you don't know that, you have to see it and believe it, because let me tell you, we're the leading anti-aging company in the world. We have products that help you look better, feel better, and live better. And that's important because where we are right now, the skincare industry, those products that make you look better, it's poised to grow more than 30% by the year 2021. The products that make you feel better, the nutritional products, the products that we take, Youth Factor, Prolistic. We might have some new products in that area. niche, that wellness niche, is poised to grow more than 30% by the year 2021. And you're in an industry that provides you an opportunity to pursue the life that you want, the direct selling industry. And that industry is projected to grow by 30% by the year 2021. So we're poised to take advantage of all of this projected growth. But let me tell you, 30% growth in an industry that's already well over $200 billion is a lot of growth and a lot of opportunity for each of us and each of those niches. That's why we're the ultimate anti-aging company in the world. We give you the opportunity to participate in all three tremendous growth opportunities. And just because the industry is going to grow 30%, doesn't mean we aren't going to grow 300%, right? There's a lot of opportunity out there for us. Let me tell you another reason why I think you're in the right place. I think you're in the right place because you're in a company that genuinely wants to change the world for the better. And you see this in our commitment. The Ripple segment that was just up here, the Aaron Ripple segment, and those people who are donating to Big Brothers Big Sisters, or World Vision, or our new charity, Hands on Tokyo. Those people are making a difference, and those people are in the audience next to you. In fact, we've donated more than $5 million in our first 7 years in support of community activities. Be proud of yourselves, it's important. Also, you are part of the company that is leading the global happiness movement. I know you all have heard of Live Happy by now. You've seen some dancing bananas. Maybe got a t-shirt. Maybe you put up a happiness wall. I'm going to talk about it a little more while I'm here. But let me tell you, Live Happy only exists because of Miriam. You guys are leading the global happiness movement. You. And this last little statistic that's in the lowest corner of your screen is, for the third year in a row, the DSA has named Miriam one of the top 20 direct selling companies. It's not a small field, guys. That's a huge statistic. We're only 7 years old. We are the youngest company on that list. Third year in a row. Still the youngest company on that list. Be proud of yourselves. So where are we going? We're built for the future. Where are we going to go? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you we're opening a new market this year. I'm not going to. And I know that's hard to clap for. Some of our leaders get it. But I'm going to tell you why. In the last 2 years, we've opened 9 markets. 9. Those markets are little babies. They aren't even toddlers yet. We don't just have baby brand partners, we have baby markets. All right, we have to help them grow. We're going to spend, do not hear me wrong, we will be opening new markets in the future. We're just not ready. We have to build where we are. We're going to invest where we are. We're going to grow leaders where we are. We're going to support people where they are. I want Japan to be huge. I want Korea to be huge. I want Hong Kong to be huge. Australia, New Zealand, EU, Colombia, Mexico. I want every market to have the full advantage that the US did when it launched, where we had 2 years of total focused attention before we opened a new market. We were opening markets every 3 months. What kind of attention were those markets getting? We're fixing that by taking the time now to invest in those markets. We're also investing in new product development. We got a lot of real exciting stuff coming down the pipe in the next year. A lot. And I'm not going to tell you when or what, but I can tell you we're looking at products for acne, sun care, weight loss, hair, anti-aging hair. We're investing in product development. What I want you to hear though is, we're not going to launch a product until it's ready. We're not going to launch a product just because somebody else has a product on the shelf and they're selling a lot of it. Because there's a lot of products out there that there's a lot being sold that aren't the kind of products that we want. We want products that are Nerium products. We're working with some of the best manufacturers, best scientists. You know the guys from Signum. You're going to meet some more scientists this weekend as well. We're working with those people to bring revolutionary products to the market. To bring revolutionary markets to the product, you don't drive up to a manufacturer and say, what do you got for sun care? Yeah, I want that one. That's not the way we do it. We look over the world for the best ingredients, then we work with the best manufacturers and the best formulators, and our Nerium product development team, which is co-chaired by Amber Olsen-Rourke and our Chief Operating Officer, Christy Klinger. And there's scientists on that team and formulators and logistics people. That team works together with a bunch of resources to build the best products available to you. And all the new products we launch, our commitment to you is they're going to be world class. We're also investing in leadership development. What I mean is we're investing in your leadership development. The addition of Bo Short to our team. The addition, for those of you who are on the Thursday call, the Thursday director's call in the United States and Canada, phenomenal change, phenomenal difference. We're going to be taking leadership development to the world, and we're going to invest in the people that are investing in Nerium, which is you guys in that area. So we're working on it. You're going to see a lot about that this weekend. You're also going to hear a lot about a new brand partner training system this weekend. So we're excited about that as well. Of course, we're launching some new tools to help you share the Nerium opportunities, the Nerium products. Some very exciting stuff there. Very exciting. I think probably after the Anonymity Summit, the thing I got most comments on is we're so excited about. You have to wait. But you'll know. But we're also investing in you. Recognition is a huge part of our industry. We want you guys to succeed. We want you to feel like a success. We want everybody to be successful. We live in a world of abundance. Every one of you in the room can be successful and achieve your dreams. Every one of you. But many of you are at home, on the phone, feel like you're all by yourself. Your upline helps a little bit, but you're making it happen for you. Recognition, us being able to share with you that you are doing fantastic and you're right where you should be. And celebrating your achievements with you is something you're going to see a lot more of. We got some new programs rolling out around that as well. Including some new recognition that you're going to see over the weekend that you haven't seen before, that I'm excited about. So, the thing I am most proud of, and Jeff mentions this all the time, and I'm going to mention it, the thing I am most proud of that has happened in the last 2 years is how we've evolved the leadership team. We have a tremendous leadership team at the home office. I am so excited to work with them every day. It almost doesn't feel like I'm going to work most days. I'm thrilled to have this team on board. But since our last conference, we've added 3 new people to that leadership team. And I want to just take a moment to let you know who they are. First of all, one of the things I want to tell you about the leadership team at the home office, this was not true 2 years ago. Not close to true 2 years ago. We have 10 executives on our staff, 10 senior vice presidents or above. Those 10 executives combined have 277 years of experience in this industry. Think about that. That's over 25 years per person, and Amber's part of the team. All right, and she's been in the industry a long time, but I don't think that quite counts. They've also got just as many years being leaders in organizations. So I'm proud to have him on the team. So our 3 new members, I think you guys know this gentleman, Mr. Beaushort. Our president, still I think the best decision I ever made, has made my life, I should say Jeff and I ever made, has made our lives tremendously better. Love having him on board. I know you've already heard from him. This gentleman in the middle, his name, you're going to see him wandering around. I think he's working in the store, which will tell you a lot about our executive leadership team. This is our new Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Mark Nichols. He was the CFO of a publicly traded direct selling company. And when he took over, they were in financial trouble and their stock price was 4, and within 3 years, their stock price was 18, and they were a very incredibly healthy company. We're thrilled to have him on board. He understands our industry. He understands you. When I sit with the Chief Financial Officer, and what he says is, we have to have events. We have to have incentives. That's how this business works. You know you have the right guy in the room. Because otherwise, the Chief Financial Officer is going, man, this travel budget's kind of high. That's not our industry. And the third gentleman I want to introduce to you, he's also wandering around here today somewhere, but he's our new president of global markets. His name is Mr. Brad Wayment. He won't be starting full-time till the end of August, but we talked him into coming here for this event so we can meet with many of our leaders and meet with you guys. He's been in the industry almost 30 years. I worked with him in a past life. Let me tell you, he's the guy I call and has been the guy I call when I have a question for the last 20 years. I've been trying to get him on board since Jeff gave me the opportunity to be part of Nerium, and I could not be more thrilled that he's joining our team. You guys are going to hear a lot more from him in the future. He's going to have the general manager of the markets reporting to him, and he's going to be working with Bo to grow our international businesses. So I'm thrilled that he's on board. Now I want to share something with you. These 3 words. Those of you who know me know that that's why I'm at Nerium. I was at Success because I wanted to do this. I wanted to be a part of an organization that wanted to make people better. We started Live Happy because I wanted to be a part of an organization that helps make people better. And when Jeff founded Nerium with the idea of it being the company to help make people better, I agreed, wanted, and became part of this organization that is really fulfilling a personal mission for me. I'm here to do this. My staff is here to do this. You guys are here to do this. This is what we're about. But I want to share something with you because our staff, specifically our middle management, the people who are not on that senior team, came to us and said, that's all well and good. What does it mean? And they're right. This is a great vision statement, but if you're in an executive office or you're in a business decision and you have to make a decision, you need something to guide your decisions. So they came to me and they said, we need a mission statement. And we said, okay, what do you want to put in it? And so that team worked with the executive team to build out a mission statement. And I want to share it with you because I think it hits the nail on the head as to what we're about. This is the statement that everyone at the home office uses to guide every decision that we make. And if it doesn't fit this mission statement, we're simply not going to do it. So let me share it with you. Nerium's mission statement is to transform lives globally by helping people look, feel, and live better through innovative products, an incomparable opportunity, dedication to happiness and personal growth, and a commitment to community. What does that mean? All right. To transform lives globally, we are a global business. We don't just want to impact the United States. We don't just want to impact the communities we're in. Ultimately, we want to impact the world. We want to transform lives globally. How are we going to do it? By helping people look, feel, and live better through our innovative products. Or through our incomparable opportunity. You each have a why for why you're here. You each have a why for why you accepted the invitation to be here, why you decided to become part of the Nerium family. And it may be our fantastic products, it may be our opportunity, but you have a why. But the important thing is, whether it was the products or the opportunity, we're going to provide you the opportunity to transform your life and the lives of people around you. That's what that means to me. That's what it means to the staff. This was important as well, with a dedication to happiness and personal growth. Jeff, slight edge. Jeff and I live happy. We've both been in the personal development industry for more than 15 years for me. I think he's been in it since, probably he was a toddler himself. We believe in this. We believe you should be dedicated to living happier lives, improving yourself. The more you improve yourself, the better leader you become, the better parent you become, the better community member you become, the better life you're going to live. We believe in this. It's important, and it's an important part of not just the company, but of our culture in general. And a commitment to community. That $5 million we've donated over time, it's not enough that we help each other, although we're all really good at that. You guys are in the right place. Everybody here wants to help you. I assure you, everybody in the room wants to help you succeed. Everybody in the building wants to help you succeed. Everybody at corporate headquarters wants to help you succeed. But success isn't just about personal growth. Success is about improving the lives of those around us, whether or not they ever become involved with Nerium. And the commitment that this organization has shown the community is something that we can all be proud of. So, one more time. Nerium's mission statement: to transform lives globally by helping people look, feel, and live better through innovative products, an incomparable opportunity, dedication to happiness and personal growth, and a commitment to community. Woo! Does anybody not want to be part of a company that does that? This is what we're about. This is why we're here. Soak it all in this weekend. Take the excitement back with you. I'll be talking to you later this weekend, but have an awesome time, and thanks, guys.
Casa hotel. Casa hotel.